Hello Artitechers, and welcome to Let's Create with the City of Tampa's Visual Arts Studios. My name is Chris Van Hillo, and today we will be playing with wire. I have a little labradorite teardrop here. It's about 1.5, 1.25 inches. I'm going to take some 20 gauge copper wire, and I have cut this 15 inches long, and I'm going to just try to find the center, just right about here, and I'm going to take a pair of round nose pliers and I'm just going to make a loop. So this one's already on the top, so I'm going to move that over. See if you guys can see this. Move that one down to there, and I'm going to move that tail up to there. And now I'm just going to have a simple little loop. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the pliers back in there, because what I want to do is I want to start twisting this around like a bread tie. So I'm going to go ahead and bring those arms back down into more like of a V. I want to get it up and nice and tight up there. Maybe I'll give it one twist and then I'll give it a twist. There we go. Okay, give it one twist. And then I'll try to bring it down into a little bit of a V, a little closer together, because if they're so far apart I'm going to be knocking into things. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to twist this wire down a little bit, and I'm just going to hold it in here because I was trying to hold it with my chain nose and my flat nose, and the wire kept flipping away from me. I was actually trying to practice this before I did this video. Alright, so let me get out of the frame a little bit. There we go. Sorry about the mess. Big huge mess everywhere here. Okay, hopefully you can see that and this mess is not totally distracting. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to twist this wire like a bread tie. And I'm trying to keep it somewhat consistent, nice and flat. So I'm kind of going at it from the top, and then I'm not stopping until I go all the way around. Going at it from the top, and then I'm twisting and going all the way around. And I can see I do have some imperfections here. I think this is something that the more times you do it, the better you're going to get at it. So this is actually going to create our bail for our cabochon. Okay, so I'm going to straighten this out, and I'm going to take it out of my pliers for a minute, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this loop here, and then this is going to loop around, and then I need it to be about the length of my stone. So I'm going to go ahead and hold this right here, and I'm going to grab a pair of wubbers. Let me just try these here. And I'm just going to hold this here like this, and then I'm going to bend this away from me. We learned all about this last week, remember? Okay. All right, so that is going to go like this. And it's going to kind of come up like this, because this little loop right here is going to be my bail. That's what my, let's say I was doing a nice kumi, like this beautiful piece Mai made for me, and then I wire wrapped it. You know, I want to make sure that my nice big cord can get through this. So this actually might be a little bit big. I might be able to go down to the first, I think I can, and bring that down. Yeah, I'm just bringing that a little bit tighter, okay? Let go. Okay. So now my center is off center, of course. I'm going to put my labradorite back in here. Or not. I squeezed it a little too hard. Okay. And this needs to be nice and flat. Okay, so this little guy is just going to sit in here like this. And just lay it down. Oh my goodness, this is the thing I hate about wire. It's just, okay, can you see that? That's what's going to happen here. Now, if I turn this over, you can see that that braid needs to continue all the way down to here. So I'm going to have to put this back in the pliers and twist it some more. Twist it some more. But now I've bent it, so okay, well, I'm just going to try to hold it with my hands here. Okay, and again, I'm going to try to straighten these out. I'm going to try to grab it from the top and just keep twisting. I'm just twisting like a bread tie, and I'm not going to get completely wigged out if it's not straight, because I know I can take my silicone tipped pliers and I can always straighten it out. So all I'm doing is twisting this wire around like a bread tie. Okay, so I'm going to lay it back down on my mat here because I seem to be able to handle things better when they're flat. And I'm going to lay that down on there, and oh my god, I went way too far. Oh, all right, so I'm going to back this off if I can back it off. Actually, that's just fine. Okay, so here is our stone with our wire in the back. What we're going to do is we're going to bring up each one of these pieces, and we're going to try to keep it in the center. Okay, and I can see that I somehow I'm going to need to raise this little guy up a little because somehow it got flattened out. So I'm just going to take this and wrap it like that. Okay, so let's lay this down again. Get in there, little guy. And you get there, little guy. Okay, there we go. Okay, so and I'm going to try to hold this in my hand and keep this centered. And then I'm going to take the wire on the right and I'm going to bring it through that loop that I made. Like so. And then I'm going to take the wire on the left and I'm going to bring it through that loop that I made. But it has to stay on the left, you little booger. Stay over there on the left. Okay, there we go. Okay, and that's going to come up like that. So I got to pull it up a little bit more. And that's going to come over to the side. And that's going to come over to the side. So let me see if I can turn this around to show you guys, okay? So this one's going to come up, this one's going to come up, and that little guy's going to stay there, okay? And then we have our braid down along the back. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull this tight, pull this up tight, and it's got those crimps in there, so it's, but we're going to incorporate that into the design, don't you worry. All right. Now we're going to take these that were on the front and we're going to kind of bend them a little bit toward the back. And I'm going to bring this, I'm going to flatten this out a little bit. It's kind of, there we go. Okay, I'm just going to bring this up and over that braided piece. Can you see how I brought that up and over? Okay, so up and over, and I'm going to bring it around 2 times, so 1, and I'm really holding tightly, and you can see I'm pulling the pliers. There's 2. Then I'm going to take the other side, and I'm going to come up and over. So again, to really try to get it centered, I'm going to hold on to that, and I'm going to bring it up and around, up and around. Okay. Oh man, that's beautiful. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try to get that back in center. A lot of this is like fidgeting and playing around with it. It's just wire is so slippery. Okay. And I'm just walking this wire over a little bit, walking that wire over a little bit, okay? And then I'm going to cut these in the back. You can wrap them more, I guess. Let's see what happens. Let's just go ahead and wrap them and, you know, try to make that part of the design. Actually, I guess I could leave them in front, but I'm not going to do that because I hadn't planned to do that, so. And I guess I'll bring this one around one more time. The important thing is when you are ready to finish these ends, you want them not in the front and not, you know, you want to be able to roll them so nothing's going to catch your sweater or if somebody comes up and hugs you. So I don't think we're going to take that around 3 times. We're going to go ahead and cut that. And then I'm going to take my round nose pliers and I'm going to roll that edge in. And then I'm going to take a pair of flat nose pliers and I'm just going to kind of crimp that down so that the cut part is in towards the center. You know what I mean? It's facing the back and it's, you know, yes, it's facing the back. I guess that's the best way to say it. And then again on this side I've got this little guy that I'm going to roll in and I'm going to have him also facing the back. Okay? So, this was one piece of 15-inch 20-gauge copper wire, and I just wrapped it around by using that little center loop. And now, by manipulating this wire on both sides and having this nice and tight, this stone cannot go anywhere. It's locked in. That's kind of easy, kind of fun. I will show you, I watched a video today and I will share that in the notes so that you can watch the person that I watched because she probably does a much better job than I do. My second project for today is I'm just going to take this little stone that has a hole in it. I've done this with glass before and just drilled a hole. And I'm going to take some 20-gauge wire. So this isn't glass, this is stone, but you could make a glass cab and do this. I'm going to take some 20-gauge artistic wire. And I think I'm going to cut about a 10-inch piece of wire. So I'm going to cut this off right here. And again, you know, sometimes you don't have to overthink this. All right, I'm going to manipulate this wire around just a little bit, and I'm going to find the center, which is right there. It's easy to see. Then I'm going to take my mandrel and I'm just going to bring this into a nice loop. Okay, so I just have a little loop there and you know it's like my wire's doing the splits here, okay? Now I'm going to put it back inside the mandrel. I'm just doing the bread tie again. And I'm going to do that 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and I'm going to take it out and I feel like that is plenty. So I'm going to try to straighten this wire out a little bit. And you can see how close to center I was. I wasn't too far off actually, not too far. Okay, then I'm going to take the wire and put it through the donut hole. So I have this pretty little loop here. And I'm going to bring this piece of wire up. And I'm going to wrap it around 1 time. Then I'm going to bring this wire up and I'm going to wrap it around 1 time. Okay, so now I have this pretty little, there I am. Okay, put it down there. How's that? Is that better? Okay. Then with my fingers, I'm just going to go ahead and turn that loop so it's actually serving as a bail. Now, if you like the back side, if you like it to look tighter like on the back side, you know, you can just turn it over and use the back side too. I like them open like this. I like the front side. All right. Now you can wrap this around a couple of more times because we've got plenty of wire here. So let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to wrap that around one more time with that. I just like to be kind of even and wrap it around one more time like that. All right. Actually, I think I did the back of the stone. That's funny. Okay. All right. Now you can take your round nose. You could add some beads. That would be really fun. Do I have any beads sitting here? You could add some beads to this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little charm because I think that might be kind of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and bring these shoulders up and over on this stone. So there, I'm calling those shoulders. Those are my shoulders, okay, up and over. And then I'm going to take my, I have a really thin pair of, here, like these, flat nose. And I'm just going to grab the wire and kind of do little wrist manipulations. Okay, so I'm going to start here and I'm going to just bend and see how it kind of bent that wire. Okay, and then I'm going to grab it from underneath there, and I know you can't see a thing because my hand is in the way. Okay, I just don't know how else to. Okay, so on this one I'm going to hold, and I guess I'm just going to bend the wire away from me like that with my finger, so they're somewhat uniform. Okay, and then I'm going to grab those pliers again and bend the wire down that direction. Okay, you could probably do this with your fingers. You could probably do it with a pair of round nose. I'm just going to hold that down and I'm going to bend the wire. Let's see, if I bent it that way last time, I've got to bend it the opposite way this time. So it's going to go back in. So I'm going to grab these pliers. I'm holding this with my finger. I'm going to grab these pliers and I'm just going to tweak it in that direction. Okay. And then maybe I'll just pick this up and manipulate this around with my finger. So I gave it a little loop there and I gave it a little loop there. All right. And then I'm going to go in with the round nose pliers and I can make just a little loop there. All right. And then I'm going to come here and I'm going to make another little loop on this one. I got to go toward the center here, so I'm just holding it like this. But I think I want to add I said I was going to add a charm, so let's throw the charm on there before it's too late. All right, there we go. We can also jump that on with a jump ring if it's ever too late, if we ever do something and then, oh no, we forgot the charm. No problem. All right, so there's my little loop there. Okay. Oh my God, that's just beautiful. Okay, so I've got that there, and then I'm going to come past it so that I can kind of lock it in. So I'm going to do another loop and kind of lock that charm in so it can't go anywhere. Very, very simple wire wrapping around a donut. Okay, so simple I'm almost embarrassed. All right, so again, all we did was we made our little loop, we did our little bread tie, and we bread tied about 3 or 4 times, and then we went ahead and brought it through the hole, and then just, you know, whoops, made shoulders and manipulated it around. So that's really fun to do with these washers that you put the alcohol ink on, and you can do all kinds of fun with wire. Again, this is 20 gauge, so it's a 20 gauge artistic wire. You can use zebra wire. You can use copper if you like copper. Okay, there's our second project.